Hi guys, it's Tara Reid. You're watching Joe and Marie all day, all night. YouTube family.
How you doing, guys? Hi, and welcome back to another episode of What Didn't Make Our Shelf. This is episode number 45, and this time, got a little more than 5 titles. I got 18 titles.
As you can see right here.
I didn't watch all of them.
I watched some.
But anyway, this is what I watched in September that is leaving the collection.
Yep.
And this is the first one that will be just selling. So please don't leave a comment of what you want.
Well, we'll explain that at the end.
But anyway, the first one is found footage in 3D with the slip. And this is from 2016 and it's 107 minutes. And I actually fell asleep watching this. I tried to watch it. I didn't even finish it. I actually did not finish that movie. But it's basically about a crew that shows you how to film 3D movies. And you can watch it in 3D with the paper glasses.
Yep.
I mean, some points would have looked cool in 3D, but no.
Yeah, they were pretty much going to be isolated inside of like a cabin. And they were trying to film like this horror documentary kind of footage movie. And somebody becomes possessed and a bunch of crazy stuff happens. And the movie's not good at all. I didn't like it.
I thought it was kind of a how-to movie, the way that they were showing the people how to film and they got out their equipment.
That was more at the beginning.
Well, I guess I didn't get through that.
He was explaining it a little bit. Because they were going to use 3D footage to make a 3D horror film.
But anyway, it's a Shudder release. It's leaving our collection.
Yep.
Nice slip, though.
Nice slip.
If that didn't have the paper glasses,
I would have kept it.
Keeper. But anyway, moving right along.
What'd you give it?
Oh, I want to get rid of that film already. I gave it a 1.
I give it a 1 as well.
But anyway, Polite Society from 2023. 103 minutes. I didn't really watch this one. I kind of looked on it and I said, okay, Indian family drama, Pakistani family or Indian.
It's pretty much about a sister that she is like a stunt person, and her sister wants to kind of be the same. She does all this martial artist stuff. She's trying to be like her sister, and just all the family drama that goes along. It wasn't really something for me. I didn't really enjoy it. Had a couple of good cinematography scenes, but besides that, the story just never really grabbed me. I didn't really care for it much.
You don't want to be polite?
I'm not being that polite about this society.
You can be rude and say it sucked.
I'm not going to say it sucked. It just wasn't. It was just...
It wasn't for you.
Yeah.
There are so many other movies that, you know, people like and other people don't.
Yeah. I give it a 1.5. But it was... it was okay. But, yeah. Polite society.
Not for us. But anyway, this next one, oh boy. DVD. The only DVD, I think, in our stack.
Yep.
Chain Letter.
Yep.
From 2010. 96 minutes. Unrated. This is a movie. Basically, some young adults, teens, get an email that they have to open and forward to somebody else. Otherwise, they're going to die.
Yep.
And if you don't send it to 5 people,
Yeah,
or was it 10?
Die. It was
5.
I think it was 5.
I think it was 5. If you don't send it to 5 people, you're on the death list.
Yep.
The death list. And they're coming for you.
Yep.
And they're done with chains. Each kill has chains in it, and it's the same chain that somebody made.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bring it to an investigation bureau, and they try to figure it out, and the beginning ties in with the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Don't hurry out and watch it. Don't, look for it. If you come across it and you like some gory kills, go for it.
Yeah. What'd you give it?
I gave it a deuce.
I give it a 1.5, maybe 2.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some brutal kills, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a deuce. All right, that's the end of the DVDs. This next one is called Fangs, but with the slip, it's called Holy Wednesday.
Yep.
The biggest bite since Jaws, it says on it, underneath the slip. But
Yep.
I don't think so. This was a slow movie. It was about... Oh, wait. This is from 1974, and it's 83 minutes. I felt it kind of dragged. It was a little slow. Kids collect rodents, and they bring it to a man with a large collection of snakes, which they get paid for. And the town doesn't like the killing of animals. But I think it's a teacher, or one woman is obsessed with snakes, and you don't even really see her with it. You see the shadow of her on the wall. So don't hurry out and get this for any ooh-la-las or anything.
Nope.
There's not much of that. You'll be disappointed if you're looking for that. But yeah, there's only one small scene maybe with a woman and the snake. It's okay.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 2.
I didn't watch it. Didn't really care for it.
No, there's a little bit with wife drama and some kills and kids getting into trouble and snakes, a couple kills with people, but it is not all that entertaining for me. But it does have a neat slip and a different title underneath. But anyway.
Next one. Next one we have is the Vinegar Syndrome.
And it is Curfew from 1989. And it is 86 minutes. Not many Vinegar Syndromes leave our collection, but...
It's rare.
This one is very rare.
I don't think I've ever gotten rid of a Vinegar Syndrome, honestly. I think it's the first one.
No. I think so. I think we've kept them all. But anyway, Ray and Bob Perkins go on a killing spree. Basically, it's the young adults, teenagers, go out and lots of kills. People die everywhere. Slits are throated. Throats are slitted. But anyway, I felt it was kind of slow at times. But they land on death row from these murders and they escape from jail and they go out and harass the town, killing people, basically. And not really a big plot or a big story to this movie. But I liked it for what it was. I appreciated it, but it's not for me.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 1.5.
I didn't watch it. Just like this next one. I didn't watch it.
This one's a Criterion. We don't have a lot of Criterions leave our collection as well.
Very few. And this is Medicine for Melancholy.
And this is 2008, and it's 88 minutes. Basically, a woman of color has a one-night stand with a black man while she is still in a relationship with a white man. And the black man thinks that the same race should be in a relationship. And it just goes on of him saying black should be with blacks and white should be with whites, whatever. And they see each other a couple more times and they get with each other again, and then as quickly as it started, it ended. So interesting little story of how they spend their time and things that they discuss, and then if she just wants it as a one-night stand and that's it, and she leaves without him knowing, basically.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 1. I wrote it on the side.
But this next one,
I didn't see.
but I did. And it is Wicked Blood.
From 2014, 92 minutes.
And this has Abigail Breslin in it from Little Miss Sunshine. This movie pretty much is about her living with an uncle that's a person that makes meth for her other uncle that is like a leader of a gang or like a mafia kind of thing. And she wants to start making money, so she talks to him about doing package deliveries. And delivering drugs to biker gangs and all this stuff, and all the craziness that happens. She does something that just puts a monkey wrench into everything.
I was waiting for the word ensues.
Yeah.
You just threw a monkey wrench into my saying that I'm waiting for you to say. But anyway.
But yeah, it was an okay film. I enjoyed it, but to me, it's a one-time watch. I actually give this one a 2.5. But like I said, it's a one-time watch film. It's a typical style film. It's nothing spectacular.
And this next one is a steelbook. We got a whole variety for you this time.
Yep. And this steelbook is an old one, and it's out of print. And this is Das Boot.
From 1981, it is 150 minutes.
150 long minutes.
I felt it wasn't that long, but I found it easier to watch than the found footage, which is 107 minutes, and I didn't even finish that one. But yeah, all these movies are already probably gone. But basically it's about submarine warfare and blowing up ships and the battle that a crew endures going out on this, going out on a trip.
Yep.
Mission, destruction, death, story.
And it's a subtitled film, if you've never seen it.
I actually somewhat enjoyed it. I was glad to check it out. But it's a good one-time watch.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 2.
I give it a 2 as well. But this next one...
I did not see.
And I did. And this has Jim Caviezel in it, and it is Sounds of Freedom. And this is pretty much about Jim Caviezel, that he's a FBI agent, and a father gets duped, and his son, his really young son and his really young daughter that are in the single digits, get kidnapped and put into a sex trafficking ring. And him leaving his job in the FBI to go to Mexico to try to fight these cartels to stop it.
And Sound of Freedom is from 2023, and it's 131 minutes, in case I didn't say that.
And it's based on a true story. But that's what it's a good movie. It's a one-time watch. It's, it's a kind of rough film to watch. It's a little bit of a slow burn at times, but it's a good one-time watch. I would give it...
God's children are not for sale.
Yep.
What would you give it?
2.5.
2.5?
Yep.
All right, moving right along. Number 10, Renegades from 1989, 106 minutes.
Yep.
With the slip.
With Lou Diamond Phillips and Kiefer Sutherland. This movie is pretty much about Kiefer, that he's a cop, and he's trying to stop something without going into detail, and this Indian guy, aka Lou Diamond Phillips, is going to help him solve it. And it's kind of like a buddy cop. It reminds me a lot of like 48 Hours kind of style. But it's an okay film. It's nothing spectacular. But
I didn't see it.
I'd rather watch... Right after I watched this, I watched 48 Hours because I wanted to watch 48 Hours right after it. But yeah, it's an alright film. I give it 1.5.
Does 48 Hours go with it? Or
no. 48 Hours is similar to it, so it made me want to watch it.
And this next one, I didn't watch this one either.
Yep, and this one has T.I. and Big Boy in it. And this is ATL.
From 2006, it's 105 minutes.
And this is pretty much about a bunch of friends that are finishing up high school. T.I. has a younger brother that is trying to get, go into no good. And Big Boy from Outkast is a big drug dealer. And T.I. is trying to do better for his son. And pretty much all the trials and tribulations of him and his friends of pretty much trying to get out of Atlanta and trying to better themselves. That's what it pretty much is about. It's an okay film. It's nothing spectacular. I give it 2.
You want to talk about the next one too? Because I didn't see that one either.
Next one has Steven Seagal, and it is Absolution.
From 2015, 95 minutes.
And this is about Steven Seagal, that he's a hired hitman, trying to kill somebody, and a girl kind of gets in the way that has to do something with the mafia, and it's pretty much that style movie. It's pretty much like a transporter or anything else. It's a Wish version of the transporter. We'll put it that way. But it's not that good. I give it a 1.
Excuse me.
Steven Seagal in his older days is just not that good.
This next one I did watch.
Yep. And this is the story behind the headlines. And this is She Said.
She Said.
With the slip.
From 2022. It's 129 minutes. It's the story behind the headlines based in the New York Times reporter's investigation of the sexual assaults in Hollywood.
Of pretty much Harvey Weinstein.
Big assaults.
Yeah. Everything that pretty much Harvey Weinstein did that owns the Weinstein Group.
And they empower women to come forward and take a stand.
Yep.
It's a great one-time watch story.
Yeah. It's a great one-time watch. I would give it probably like a 3.5.
That's exactly what I gave it. I gave it a 3.5.
But it's a one-time watch.
It's a heavy-hitting subject.
Yep. But again, something I would never rewatch. But I actually really enjoyed this.
I did like it.
I would highly recommend it if you've never seen it.
Check it out.
Yep.
Yeah. Just because it's so closely related to what happened.
Yep.
Anyway, this next one
I've seen multiple times.
This one's from 2012. 131 minutes.
And it is Battlefield.
Why would you watch this multiple times?
I've owned it for years. And every time I want something popcorny or I'm doing something, I'll just put this in the background to listen to.
Okay, a couple of Americans have like a communication satellites, and somehow they communicate with their satellites, and they make contact with futuristic aliens. And the aliens make contact with Earth, and they're set to destroy anything that has a gun or machine that like runs.
Yep.
They'll kill it.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just a popcorn film.
It's just like futuristic aliens. They're very modernized.
Mm-hmm.
They have these neat weapons and fireballs that just barrel through everything. It's like a rolling saw blade, if you will. Times 10.
Yep. What'd you give it?
I gave it a 1.5.
Yeah, let's see.
Very, very weird.
Next one.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is a Scream Factory.
Oh boy.
And it is The Boy.
This boy is the spawn of Satan. This is why children need mothers.
Year and runtime.
Oh, this is from 2015, and it is 105 minutes. This boy needs some guidance in his life, let me tell you. This Scream Factory didn't do it for me, but there's killing of animals in this, and the way the boy just stares sometimes, it's creepy and it's frightening.
Mm-hmm.
And he purposely sets out to trap animals and possibly people and kills them. And he kills other things or people, and without spoiling it too much, he sets out to even try killing a person a certain way, and it's like, it's creepy. This is a young boy.
What'd you give it?
He's like the devil child. I gave it a 1.
Same.
He really does light stuff on fire.
Yep.
Towards the end. And yes, those are antlers in the artwork.
Yep. But this next one.
Oh boy. I didn't see it.
I did. And it is Alien Outpost.
And it is from IFC Midnight. It is 2014 and 93 minutes.
This is pretty much about another documentary crew. A documentary crew following this elite bunch of soldiers when aliens decide to invade Earth. And everything that goes on with it. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's not a lot to this movie. The CGI is kind of meh, but
if you see it for a good price, check it out.
Yeah.
I passed on it, but
yeah. But
if you're into aliens and crazy stuff, probably highly check it out. If you
like a Battlefield Los Angeles, I would say probably something like that's up your alley.
I don't think I've seen that either.
It's on the shelf over there.
Of course it is. It's in the other.
It's in this room.
This room.
But yeah, that's what I give that like a 1.5.
All right, 2 more titles to go.
But this next one.
Oh, it's killer.
Yeah.
On Blu-ray, it is.
Killer Party.
From 2000. From 1986. 91 minutes. This movie is a little odd, and everybody is dying to go to the party.
Yep. The opening scene, I still don't understand it. There's this opening scene in a church with a funeral, and it doesn't go with the rest of the movie.
Not at all.
I have no idea why that scene was even in the movie.
There's a lady in it, though.
It doesn't make no sense, though.
But maybe the lady of the sorority house.
I don't know.
It's basically very open-ended in the beginning, and they could have just cut it out, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of odd, and even the plot of the movie was just kind of odd. It didn't make a lot of sense.
But it had bees in it.
Yeah, the bees.
The bees. She's running from the bees. Actually, a group of
girls
that are
scantily
unclothed.
clad.
That are unclothed.
Typical 80s horror.
So you can see a couple.
Yeah, a couple of naked girls with towels falling off as they're running, screaming from bees.
And one literally comes back out with the towel and then screams and then drops her towel and, oh yeah, what am I doing? Let me go back in.
Yeah.
But anyway.
The plot of the movie really didn't make a lot of sense.
No.
It wasn't explained well. The beginning didn't explain well. The end didn't really explain well. I didn't understand the movie whatsoever. And even the kills. A lot of the kills were implied. They weren't shown.
Chain Letter has the best kills if you like some nasty.
A lot of them.
Decapitations.
I don't think they had the budget for the kills in this because there was literally all the kills were off camera.
They didn't have the budget for a proper beginning or close in one scene. But anyway.
Or a story.
If you've seen the movie, let us know. We're interested if you liked it.
I give it a 1.
Oh, I gave it a 1 as well. Basically, it's a weird house that's haunted or something. But it's possessed.
But this next movie is oof.
We watched this one last night.
Oof.
This is from 2017 and it's 81 minutes.
And it's an IFC Midnight Scream Factory of Darkness Rising.
Now here's another one that opens with a father and a daughter playing hide and seek. And then at the end, there's a similar scene of a father and a daughter. And
it doesn't explain.
It doesn't tie with the middle.
It doesn't tie with the movie. Doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
It's like bread, and then you got like a fillet of fish in the middle or something.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
It's not like wheat crackers.
And then even the middle of the movie, it's pretty much about a guy, his girlfriend, and her best friend going to the house that one of the girls grew up in, that her mother died. And she was having all these nightmares.
She wanted to rehash it out and look for some truths to her childhood.
Yeah. Basically. And all the craziness that ensues with this house. And,
including an animal.
Yep. And it's an odd film. It's
no words.
As some people on Letterboxd says, this movie's a big pile of shit. And I totally agree with them. But I give it pretty much half a star.
I gave it like a 1. I was just being nice because I wanted to give it a 1.
No.
But
no, it was a big pile of poop.
This house knows what you're thinking basically, and things play out, and it's like that can't happen or whatever.
It's just a big pile of poop.
I mean? Yeah, but
that is
no truth was uncovered there.
Yeah, but that is everything
that we checked out in the month of September that didn't make our shelf or is going away.
Yeah, and I'm going to explain something right here. But here we go.
Because there's a big variety in here that some people probably might want.
Yep. But from now on It Doesn't Make the Shelves, usually I say, if you're interested in any of this stuff, description, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Well, from now on, I started selling on Whatnot, so...
You got a lot of extra time on your hands?
Yeah. You know, I didn't really mention this, but as you can see, I have IVs in me.
Because he has a big infection and a pill ain't going to cure that.
Yep, I almost lost my foot because of an accident. And I'm out of work till November 1st. So I have plenty of time to sell on Whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
because of that, and because of, you know, everything that happened, that I
Mm-hmm.
need the money more than usual, I got to sell it on Whatnot to try to recoup some of all the money I'm losing. So because
Mm-hmm.
of that, in the description down below, as well as our IGs, will be my Whatnot link. Start following me on there, and, you know, as it doesn't make the shelves happen, I will have shows.
As well as other movies that we just pull off the shelf.
Yeah, just to make room and to, you know, try to fund everything that's going on with all the time that I'm
Spoiler,
missing.
I do have double Bambis, but he doesn't want to sell them. So no Bambis will be up for sale.
No Bambis were harmed in the Whatnot streams.
No.
But I just, you know, want to leave that. I'm not going to talk too much about it and bore everybody. But from now on, everything will be on Whatnot. Like I said, in the description down below, you can follow me there and come hang out. If you don't want to buy anything, just hang out, shoot the shit in the chat. It'll be great. But if you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, videos before and after. If you want to subscribe to us, the subscription button, hit the notification bell. We'll have more videos for you. If you want to leave a comment down below about any of these big piles of poop, or
if you haven't seen The Boy, check it out, and you like creepy children,
or She Said, that was really good.
She Said was really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, check it out.
Chain Letter was okay.
Yeah. Or if you've seen them, let us know.
Did you make it this far? I'm sorry.
Yep. But until
still talking?
next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Shit.